Hey, members and patrons, just wanted to record a quick little behind the scenes vlog before the end of November, as I try to do every month. For those of you who have, I don't know how many of you have been around this long. I don't know how many people watching this actually were here before like 2021. I know Springtime, shout out to Springtime, was my first member. Been a long time fan of the channel. I used to do this all the time publicly. I used to make vlogs back in like the second half of the 2010s, and they were little updates. This was before my channel was called Orange River. This was the animator kid era. This is before I went full time on YouTube, but I still enjoy doing these, of course. But I did want to talk about a few things. So I'm going to talk about the performance of my November videos. I want to give a little bit of a preview of not just what's to come, a little sneak peek of what's to come in December and beyond, but also another side project that is happening. Actually, I guess there are multiple side projects, but one of them is YouTube related, one of them is not. The other one is the endurance comic. So a lot of you know about that already. I'll give a little bit of some brief thoughts on Lower Decks, season 5 so far, and then some other business related stuff for 2025. So uh, unfortunately, I have to say that uh, my November content has not performed that well. I believe, I guess it was not Halloween night. It would have been November 1st. I did stream a little bit of Symphony of the Night. Uh, it didn't go quite as planned, so I don't know if I'll return to that. Um, I feel bad, but a lot of people said that it was still entertaining because not all of us gravitate towards the same game mechanics. But it was certainly entertaining for a lot of people, so I'm glad I was able to provide that. But I'll talk more about gaming in a second. As far as videos, on November 7th in 7 Day, I released my video about Mass Effect's human faction. So this is Cerberus and the Systems Alliance. Uh, might as well have not existed because it only got like, I say only, it only got like 4 or 5 thousand clicks. Now, I know that when I say stuff like this to some of you guys, a lot of you are going to be like, well, I watched it. Well, I watched it, and I appreciate that. If you haven't, I do encourage you to. Really, what it is it's largely YouTube's fault. The algorithm, like a good 80-90% of my growth comes from recommendations in the algorithm. And if YouTube is not pushing that video out to people that it might be relevant to, then that sucks, right? And as far as like the percentage of my audience who did click on it, obviously, like, you know, more people are going to be here for Star Trek, but it didn't have a bad click through rate as far as I can tell. It was pretty normal, pretty within range. So YouTube just suppressing my videos. Uh, we had a similar thing happen with Prodigy the other day. I released a video about Star Trek Prodigy in which I summarily shat on it, which did not go over very well. I was very nervous about how that was going to be received, and yeah, I was right to be. I lost a bunch of subs on day one. 80% likes, 20% dislikes. Genuinely one of the worst ratios in the history of my channel. That video is not helping me, but I'm gonna be damned if I unlist it. Um, because there is, as some of you might, I hate to even bring it up, but some of you might remember the whole ordeal with Star Trek games. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't. The sponsor of that video, was not very comfortable with how it was doing, and understandably so. I do think at the time it made sense to take it down. It was just a deviation from my format as well, even though I maintain that video was funny, and Kinsey and I, we were giving our honest experience, but unfortunately that didn't go over too well. And same here, but I can't, I can't like not have the opinion that I have about the show. I just Anyway, you can go watch it if you want. See, I didn't even say like you should go watch it. There was a funny bit in there. We did have fun filming a funny bit, as some of you might have seen. A little surprise in the beginning of the video, towards the beginning of the video. But that was fun. But you know, I needed to kind of switch up my release schedule a little bit as of late. So I'm going to be putting out Mapping Enterprise soon. Top patrons and members have already seen that, the rough cut of it. So I'm going to be pushing that out December 6th. And again, pending sponsor approval. And I look forward to the reception that will get. I know there's going to be, there's people who have issues with my map series as well, but I figured that was like a safe little video I could put out. Um, and I am going to be putting out Orion History in December as well after Lower Decks season 5 concludes. And that is a video that I've been looking forward to making for a very long time. Some of you guys might remember a poll way back when, earlier in the year, that I did on Patreon, where I think this might have even been a 2023 poll, where I pushed out, or I floated a bunch of ideas for video essays, including like uniforms, some starship videos, etc. And one of them was Orion History, and it didn't coalesce back then, but this year it has, and I'm really excited. Top patrons and members are going to get a take a look at the rough cut very soon, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. I do think that there are some areas where it, could even be more thorough and in depth, but I'm really looking forward to the reception on that. Uh, it's been a long time coming on this channel. Uh, I'll circle back to Lower Decks in a second, but I also want to mention that in December I'm going to start streaming on my second channel, Orange River Plus. Some of you may already be subscribed. If not, I'll put the link in the description. Please go subscribe there. I've been uploading for not a little over a year. Yeah, I guess a little over a year. Yeah, a little over a year. Some extra content, some bonus stuff, some gaming stuff, another like vlog, like the room tour, my new studio, the Orange River Best of compilation, which I'm going to be putting another one of out on January 1st. That channel used to be Augustus Clearwater, which is where I uploaded a lot of my skits and parodies when I was in high school. Then it became Jump Attack, which was my joint gaming platform with Andrew over at PhobiaSoft. And those videos have since moved to a new account. And now this has been rebranded Orange River Plus. So I've always owned it, but it is now back under the Orange River roof. And I've got more stuff on the way. I've uploaded the VODs of a lot of my gaming streams on there, and there's more to come. I don't have my complete gaming library transferred over there just yet. I would like that to happen one day in the future, but there's a lot of logistical reasons that's not very feasible right now. You don't have to worry about that. You can just go binge it. Right, I'm going to try to advertise it publicly so that I can get the watch time up, because I want it to be monetized. It used to be monetized, and then in like 2017, it got kicked out of the YouTube Partner Program because it didn't meet the new criteria for, it has the right number of subscribers, but it didn't have enough watch time. It doesn't have enough watch time now. And so I want to get that up. So I really encourage you to go look at that. But I'm going to be streaming there. I'm going to start streaming gameplay, not exclusively there, but more often there. And then my regular Q&A fundraisers will still be on the main channel. Speaking of which, I'm doing one of those Thanksgiving weekend. If you're watching this, I think I'm going to push this out on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this, if that's when I put it out. I'm filming this on Monday, but I'm going to be streaming Black Friday. It's going to be the fundraiser for Orion History, and also catching up on other levels. So I hope you enjoy that. Uh, I know that a lot of people will not be shopping on Black Friday because that's for insane people. Uh, but I do encourage you to come check it out, and maybe there'll be a merch promo for Cyber Monday. I don't know. I actually don't know. Spread Shop does their promos themselves. That I have not figured out how to do. I don't think you can do custom promos there. You used to be able to do it on Teespring, but Teespring is, we're no longer associated with them. So yeah, buy my merch. But I am having to push one video that I was going to release in December into 2025, and you'll see what that is when it comes. It's another little documentary. I've got a couple documentaries, mini documentaries that I'm shooting right now that I think you guys are going to enjoy. There's probably going to be coming out in early 2025. And I'll have also my Lower Decks season 5 video. I'll try to have that out in January. So, what do I think about Lower Decks season 5 thus far? I can't remember. I guess the last time I did do one of these vlogs, the first 2 episodes probably had come out by then, maybe the first 3. And so I liked the premiere. I won't spoil anything, and I probably won't do it on my live streams either, not going to deep spoiler territory, but uh I I liked the first 2 episodes. They were very Tindy centric. So maybe I'm biased, but I do think that they handled that pretty well in terms of like justifying her coming back on the ship, right? Um, which is where she belongs. There's nothing wrong with the show having a formula. Unfortunately, what I do feel like is that a lot of season 5, the characters have been kind of regressing. So like Tindy and Rutherford's relationship, they have really not dug into that, as much as they should have, in my opinion, up to this point. We'll see what happens in the finale, but there really needs to be more like there, because like you can't just leave that thread hanging. That'd be irresponsible, in my opinion. Talin has been drastically underused. Now again, there's still, as of when I'm recording this, there's still 4 episodes to go. When this is coming out, I will be watching probably episode 7. I hope it's, I don't know. I think Boimler is also like not following up, as the writers are not following up in an organic, natural fashion from like the progress that he made in season 4. Really, it's a Mariner centric season. And listen, she's effectively the main character of the show. I don't have a huge problem with that, but it feels like the other cast is taking a back seat, and I think that is a huge mistake. The writing quality in season 5, in my opinion, has dropped from season 4, especially. Season 4, they set such a high bar that it's obviously been difficult for them to top it, and I don't know if they will. I don't know if they could, but I hate to say it. There's a part of me that is kind of glad that they're stopping with this season. I would like more seasons if they were written better. I hate to say it, but I think this is turning into another Rick and Morty, where it's just kind of going on a little longer than it should, especially because they're still lower deckers, but they're lieutenants, and they're not like they're not at the bottom of the rung anymore, and it definitely feels like they've lost a little bit of the magic. But see, the problem with that argument is that season 4 they were lieutenants junior grade the whole time, and it that didn't seem to be a problem. So I don't know what it is. They it feels like we're back in season 1. The plot lines are a little like ridiculous. The the writing is just not on par with where I think they should be at this point in the series. That's my opinion. I've seen a few other people echo this. A lot of other people don't seem to have as much of a problem with this, but I don't know. We'll see how it wraps up. But so far, it's looking like we're going to be using. Hold on, can I add an image here? Let me see. You guys are going to get a kick out of this. This is a possible thumbnail that I will be using for Lower Decks Season 5 if I can get the right folder. I hope I don't have to use this thumbnail, but it's looking like I probably will be using this thumbnail, with a range of possible titles. But I don't know what happened. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, in 2025, I have this sponsor contract with a recurring sponsor. They have been sponsoring a lot of my videos lately. So you guys might have noticed. Not Architects of Fate. Architects of Fate is going to continue to sponsor the retrospectives as of now. But some of these other videos, this other sponsor that I've been working with, kind of divisive in the comments. I think that the thing I need to communicate is that, and a lot of you guys understand this, is that I work with sponsors out of necessity. I pay editors, right? I pay people to do stuff for me for this channel, and that money has got to come from somewhere. It can't all come from ad revenue. It can't all come from Patreon. So I got to do the sponsorships, and I'm going to keep doing the sponsorships. I'm also going to be releasing some supercuts in 2025 and some more supercuts. And the reason I'm doing that is because that's going to be partially to meet sponsor quotas. I also want to kind of ramp up my climb to 100K subs. I would like it to happen next year. Knock on wood. We'll see. It's tough. It's tough because the YouTube algorithm is not like, it's not the same as it was last year. I really do think that last year, and this was after Susan Wojcicki left, after Neil Mohan came in, YouTube kind of switched their algorithm to emphasize shorts more. They're pushing shorts because they're trying to compete with TikTok, and they're pushing discoverability towards shorts. And the problem with shorts is that they don't earn a lot of revenue. They earn like 1% the amount of revenue that a regular video does, which is insane to me. But I got to do it. I got to put shorts out. I got to play the game a little bit, but also as far as regular videos, the longs, I got to put out more mediums and longs, right? There's going to be some more hour-long videos in 2025. I know some of you guys enjoy those quite a bit. But it's going to be interesting. I have a set, number of, or a set, like a set of topics that I want to, a slew of topics that I want to cover. And once I get past that, then I think I'm going to have a little bit more leeway, a little bit more freedom. I would like to become one of those YouTubers who, who just can make a video about anything, any topic, and it'll get like a baseline number of views that is still profitable. I'm not quite there yet, but maybe one day. I want to continue to branch out as well, beyond Star Trek. I've got a plan for my Star Trek videos going forward that I think you guys are going to be on board with. And then I do hope you check out my other stuff as well. So that's really it. Just to recap a little bit, as far as what's coming up: Q&A, Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, and in December, Mapping Enterprise, not Lower Decks Season 5, Orion History. Then in January, Lower Decks Season 5, and then beyond that, I've already kind of teased, I'm sure, on previous live streams, or not live streams, previous vlogs. But if I can, let me see, have I publicly announced these other ones? Yeah, so the fifth anniversary remastered edition of my documentary about cybernetics that was going to come out this year. I'm having to delay it a little bit Uh, but I look forward to the reception on that. And beyond that, you'll just have to be surprised. But I'm going to stream gameplay on Orange River Plus in December and beyond, and I'll have my year in review Q&A on this channel. But I hope you guys are looking forward to all that. So a lot of stuff going on. I'll have more updates on my next vlog and in between. So hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the support that you give this channel by being patrons and members. It really means a lot. And I hope that you continue to enjoy the perks that I give you. I've got some more behind the scenes stuff coming on the way, more maps, so you guys can look forward to that. But that's really all I have for this month's vlog. And if I forget anything, I'll mention it somewhere. But go follow me on Blue Sky. That's another thing. Yeah, people have been saying it's pronounced Blue Ski. I refuse to believe that until I see evidence otherwise. It's freaking Blue Sky. Go follow me on Blue Sky. I'm gonna update my socials in the description. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Live long and prosper. I'll see you next time.